how did you get into Avraham ben ha-Rambam? How did it all start? What manuscripts did you end up working from? And what are some of the issues that you faced in interpreting the works of Avraham ben ha-Rambam?
Okay. As a child, I became aware of our family's tradition. The name is Maimon. It's not a pen name. It's our family name. My family comes from Turkey, which is not an Arabic-speaking Jewish population. So the name Maimon was not a common first name there, but it was the family name, and the family tradition was that we are direct descendants from Rambam. As a child, that very much gave me pride, and it also intrigued me to go and study the Rambam's works. And studying the Rambam's works, I got interested in studying Rabbenu Avram's works. There was, at the time, what was available from Avram was a one thin, not so thin, but one volume containing the Pirush ha-Torah together with the Musar part of the Sefer Hamas. So I was drawn to the study of Chumash, and I tried breaking my teeth on the Pirush on Chumash. It was very, very difficult. The language was terse. The language was obtuse. It's a translation from the Arabic. And the edition that was available at the time was not the scholarly original edition put out by a scholar named Ernst Wiesenberg in 1958. It was an offset of just the Hebrew text of the Wiesenberg edition, without the notes, without the Mara Makomos, without the Psukim, without any explanatory notes, of course, just the text. And this block of text was very, very hard. But here and there's nuggets there which are unusual in the Mefarshim on Chumash. Just unusual outlook that he has, unusual statements he makes, an unusual focus that he sheds on, that he'll show on the Psukim. So I was drawn to it, and I would keep visiting it and revisiting it and revisiting it until I finally felt that, I know enough of this work that I should really do a public service and just reissue it. I was going to reissue it. I was going to insert the Psukim, insert the Mara Makomos, here and there, give a little explanation or a cross-reference, but largely stay out of it and just make it available again, because by this time it had been out of print. But of course, things have a nature of their own. And as I got into it, and as I was explaining it and exploring it, I was blown away, because I thought I had known it, and I had seen that I really did not. It was so much deeper and so much more than I had thought. There were so many little references that I had missed, so many nuances that I didn't understand and couldn't understand in the beginning. But now, after taking it apart, I was able to understand it. Now, luckily for me, and this answers the question of the manuscripts, luckily for me and for the Jewish world, the manuscript of this Sefer is available to the public. Now, it's written in Arabic, so that is daunting to some people who may not have an understanding of Arabic, but it's available, and it's a well-preserved manuscript in the Oxford Library, in the Bodleian section of the library. It's available there. It's I forget the number, the call number. It's in the Huntington collection, and it's preserved. And I was able to consult the manuscript. I was able to find a copy of the Wiesenberg edition and work with his translation, with his notes. And slowly but surely, as I got further and further into it, I felt that I really got to update the translation as well. I've started picking up the hang of the Arabic phrases and idioms and the specific language that he uses. Now, no two scholars of the Geniza will tell you this. No two Geniza writers speak the exact same Judeo-Arabic. There's different turns of phrases. There's different words that they use at different in different occasions, and so. But I got the hang of his language and the hang of his idiom, and I was able to now go and update the translation, which really prolonged the project much longer. But the more time I spent on it, the more rewarding it felt, and the more I was able to explain and elucidate. And this little Sefer, the 70-page Sefer or so, now became 2 volumes of about 1,500 pages. But I hope that readers can appreciate now the thought and the commentary of Rabbenu Avram.